right. All right, I think I'm ready to do this. Oh, yep, now I'm definitely ready. Even more ready now. All right, so we got about 40 minutes. About 40 minutes of core work. Yeah, so this is our best friend today. And we're just gonna start it out. We're gonna go down the list of core exercises, and then we're gonna go right back up it. So on the first round, you get a little more rest in between on the way back up, less rest because you're more familiar. Okay, so we're gonna start out with a plank with a roll. All right, this is when we're gonna start out with our hand on the ground. I'm gonna go on the fist, but I've got one elbow on the ball, and I've got one hand on the ground, and my feet are up, and I'm gonna be in a plank here, and I'm gonna roll it out, and I'm gonna roll back in, okay? We're gonna do 10 on the right arm, 10 on the left, and slow and controlled is what we're doing. So 10 on each, let's go. If you beat me, you can do 12. But as we're rolling this out, we're trying to keep this part of our body flat. All right, so keep going. As you roll, don't let yourself go back and forth with your side. Try to stay parallel to the ground. All right, so I'm gonna roll over the ball, roll back up on the ball. Roll over the ball, back up on. 10 and 10, or 12 and 12, or 15 and 15, depending on how slow I go. Because I stopped, I think I'm just gonna do 2 more on this side. There we go. I'm switching to the other side. Should be switching too. Again, you can go on the fist, you can go on your hand. This is my good wrist, so I'm gonna go on the hand. I'm over, and then I roll back. And when I roll back, I don't want to roll to my side. I want to still stay parallel to the ground. That's 2, 3, and 4. Don't know if you guys can hear the dogs barking. Those aren't my dogs. Some neighbors' dogs. Have a little conversation outside. We've got this big valley that we live in. Man, that sound just funnels like right to our place, which is fine. We can hear everything. All right, that should be about 10 and 10. You can use your ball if you want on the next move, or you can go no ball. We're going to do shoulder press on either a band or a super light weight. I mean, I guess if you want to go heavyweight, you could go heavyweight, but I don't know. You're going to go 10 reps with your foot up. If you want to use a ball, you could put your foot on the ball like this. Like, it's okay to do this because we're still focused on balance, okay? I'm going to do this because I feel like it. But I'm actually going to try to put more weight on this ball as opposed to just touching it. It's almost like I'm standing on 2 objects. I'm going to do shoulder presses. I'm going to do 10, and then I'm going to switch legs. It's not that hard, but it's not speed, okay? I mean, I can just pound out 10 really easy. I'm trying to keep pressure down on the ball with the foot that's raised. And making sure I get my head through my arms on each rep. And if I do that, there's stabilization and other things going on. And I'm switching to my other leg. And again, I'm not just holding it there. I'm actually trying to push down a little bit on that ball. Then get the head through the arms. Keep your belly button sucked into your ribs. Okay? Keep your belly sucked through your ribs. Now, if you don't have any weights, but you still want to do this, I mean, you can just go through that motion without a weight and just hold. When you hold Hold it strong through your core. You push down with your heel. You come back up and hold. So get the head through the arms. Each time, you know, you can pull that chin back and get that David Marsh turkey neck going on. That's okay. All right, should be time. We got dead bug with the ball. Dead bug with the ball. So I got the ball. All right. I'm holding the ball between my knees and my feet, like that. What am I doing? We doing 20? I think we're doing 20. All right. I'm here, and I got a hand on the ball, knees on the ball, and then my right hand and my left foot are going to extend and then return. I'm going to extend and then return. 20 total, 10 each. Here, you can come in, you're fine. Want to do the workout with us? Okay. You sure? Okay. So I'm extending, and as I extend, I'm also pushing the ball against my hand with my knee, and then my hand's pushing opposite. But the whole time I'm keeping my lower back against the ground. I'm not letting my lower back come up off the ground. We have 20 total. More interested in you holding the position than trying to get 30 reps in. Pull your belly down, keep pushing against the ground. All right? Just keep that push going. Keep the push going. I think I got about 4 to go. Keep sucking that lower back to the ground. That's the most important part of that move. It's pulling the lower back against the ground. All right, that's my 20, I think. All right, so I'm doing some overhead. You can do triceps, or you can do just some arm swings. Where I'm using the ball, I'm going to get in the table. I'm just going to use these little super light weights here. These are the ones we're going to get up into our table. I'm not going to let the arms come all the way back. All right, if I want to let them touch the ground, I can. And then I'm bringing them back overhead. So it's not a tricep extension like this. Okay, these are going to come over. These are more pullovers. I'm coming up. All right, let's do about 16 of these. Nice and slow. See, I don't have a weight. And you go back and you sort of roll the ball back like you're doing a back bridge. And you bring it back up to vertical. All right, you come over like you're doing a bridge. Hands touch. And then if you do that, if your hands touch and you don't use the weight, then try to roll the ball back and keep your hands on the ground to get that little bit of mobility through. And then when you come through, you know, really raise those hands up. Right, but if you got a weight, you'll just get a little extra stretch. The big thing here is the high hips. Okay. This is about having some high hips, finding that mobility. Eventually, it sort of looks like a backstroke start. All right. Backstroke start, you'll be able to use your core and your abs and kick those legs up into a streamline. But you'd be angling downhill. All right, so 16 total. I have not been counting. I'm assuming that you're there. All right, so we've got our flies. So stretch cord or super lightweight. I'll keep sticking with the weight just for consistency for me today. All right, I can use the ball again if I want. If I want to, we're going to do one leg in the air, but if I want, I can stick my foot up on that ball again, like this. I'm going to go 6 directions. I'm going to go forward, to the side, and down. That's 3. Then I go up, forward, and down. That's 6. So we're gonna do it all 6 of those 8 times with my right leg up, and then we're gonna do it again with my left leg up. All right, so that was 1 for me. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are the 6 directions. That's number 2 for me. Again, pushing down with my heel on this ball, as opposed to just having my foot in the air. If I push down, it's almost like I'm sort of standing on the ball and having to learn how to balance on a really unstable platform. That's 4 rounds of 6 for me. That's 5. The whole time I'm doing this, I'm thinking about that confident power position that Alyssa talked about. Keeping my chest big, shoulders back, standing tall. All right, I got 1 more on this side. If you're using a weight, I mean, we're talking like a 5-pound weight or a 2-pound weight, might be enough. I'm switching to my other foot. If you want to use stretch bands on this are awesome, okay? I'm just sticking with the little weights for consistency today, because I think last week I used the bands. So this week, I'm using the weights. This is focusing on the posture, keeping the weight on the heel on the ball. Or I'm just standing on 1 leg. I got 3 more reps on this. I've got 2 more reps on this. Okay. What's up? Nothing? Okay. Well, I'm done. All right, so this one we did last week. I forgot it on the way down, but we'll do it. We're gonna be sitting. You're gonna have your back against the wall. I'm doing this for demonstration purposes without my back. But I'm gonna have the ball pinched between my knee and my elbow, opposites. And I'm gonna be pushing as hard as I can with my knee and my elbow. So I'm pushing against the ball hard with my knee, and then my elbow on the other side is pushing against the ball just as hard, okay? We're gonna do 10 seconds and switch. We're gonna do that twice. So 4 sets of 10 seconds. Where's my clock? There's my clock. All right, so you see I'm not using a wall. I'm using my hand on the ground just for demo purposes. If you wanna do it this way, that's fine, okay? So I'm gonna push, and that'll count as our 10, all right? So here we go, ready? Let's go. I got my foot off, I'm pushing with my elbow, I'm pushing with my knee, and I'm pushing hard. I'm not just holding it there, I'm trying to move the ball, and then I switch, other side, okay? I'm gonna push as hard as I can push, and as I do it, I'm keeping myself squared. I'm not rotating and twisting, but I'm pushing hard. And then I'm switching. Got the elbow, the knee, and I push. I push. Every second I try to push even harder. 3 seconds. Switch, 1 more time, other side. And go. Constantly trying to push harder and harder. 3, 2, time. All right, we got dips. So if you want to do these on a chair, that's okay, or a table or a bed. These are just tricep dips. I'm going to do them on a ball. I'm keeping the ball for me up against the wall so it doesn't roll around. But we're just going to do a minute of dips. All right, if you're doing it on the ball, those fingers are pointing down. They're sort of on the side of the ball. It's okay to have your knees bent. If you can do legs straight, that's fine. but it's okay to have the knees bent. And you're trying to go as low as you can go, but it's about stabilizing and not falling off the ball more than it is about doing 60 reps of dips. So again, it's okay to have the knees bent, keep the chest big, belly sucked in. Let's go. Let's a dip, and then back up. All right. Going down and coming up. If you don't have a ball for some reason after 5 weeks, and you're doing this on a chair, well, you should have one of your legs in the air and your legs should be straight. But we're doing a minute. Let's go. Keep checking your chest to see if your chest is big and open or if you're sucking in. We don't want that. Right now we want big, confident chest. Big, confident chest. Stabilize. Got 15 more seconds. If you're feeling confident, you can straighten your legs out. You don't have your video on, so who cares if you fall? You got 3 seconds. 2, 1. All right. We've got side-to-side rotations. If you want to do it with a med ball or weight in your hand, that's fine. But we're going to be in a table. All right. I've just got a light weight to keep myself honest. If you don't have a weight, you need to put your hands in a prayer position. All right, I don't want your hands apart. You could do a med ball or you could hold a shoe or something. But we're looking for rotating to our side, back to center, to the other side. Now, as we do this, what I don't want is your butt to sag. I'm looking for high hips. As you rotate through, your hips stay high. All right, get 20 reps. Let's go. And this is one where if you finish before me, you just keep going. The ball starts moving on you, you just adjust. You keep those high hips. Don't let those hands move. I'm holding this weight here, not because it makes it harder, but because it keeps my hands parallel to each other at all times. High hips, all the way to my side, all the way to my other side. I got about maybe 4 to go. I think that's about 20 for me. All right, we got some Y's and T's. We're gonna go 20 reps. We're laying on the ball. All right, if you do this with a weight, man, it's gotta be like a 1-pounder. This is not a weighted exercise. We're gonna do some Y's and T's. So right now my feet are apart. My feet are not together. If you want it to be harder, you can have your feet together, but what we're doing is we're getting on that ball and we're gonna make sure that we're up a little bit, okay? A little bit up, not straight, definitely not this. So that's comfy. You're up and we're gonna make a Y and we're gonna make a T, okay? We'll make the letter Y. And then we're going to make the letter T. When we do that, your thumbs are sort of leading it, okay? 20 total, 10 each direction. So I'll make a Y and a T. Let's do 40 total, 20 each direction. Y and T. So that'll be 3, 4, 5, 6. You can always turn this into more of a butterfly type thing if you really want to. Keep it going. So if you really wanted to turn this into a butterfly drill, you could. Let those wrists relax. Let your hands hang and get to the Y and the T. But the big thing on this is that I don't want this. This is the same thing as we got to get our head through the hole and our arms behind the head. Okay? So make sure you get that full range of motion. You got to fight for those last few inches. Even if you have to push your head through, that's fine. I'm thinking, what? Maybe you guys got about 3 more per round. All right, that's about 20. Okay, so we got some pot stirs or some plank rolls here. And these are going to be on your elbows, on the ball. You can either roll out and then back, or I'm looking more for circles, but you're going to be doing these in a plank position. Okay, we're going to go 30 seconds one way, 30 seconds back the other way. Or change every 15 seconds. Whatever, just don't put your knees down. All right, let's go. So my feet are up. Feet are up. I'm just making circles with the ball. Okay? Making circles with the ball. Keep going. So I'm here making these circles. When I start getting tired, I might shove my butt higher to take a break, but I keep going. I'm trying to keep my back through my knees in a straight line. Switch directions. It's halfway. Trying to keep that back, my shoulders to my hips, to my heels in a straight line. I don't want it rounding. You guys got 5 more seconds. And time. All right, so we're going to switch it over. We're going to go feet on the ball with a push-up and a crunch. Push-up and a crunch. So to do this, I've got my feet on the ball like this. Nice. The ball is closer to my shin and my knees. All right, but I'll do a push-up. And then I'm going to roll. I'm trying to get my knees to touch my head. So I actually have to put my head in upside down and look backwards to get there. Straighten out, push up, knee to head. All right, we got 45 seconds of this. Let's go. If you fall off, just get back on. So I regret doing these things. Hurt my wrist. I do get my little weight bars on the way back up. So you get straight arms. All right, that's time. We got a V-up switch. So you got your ball. Don't have a ball, should. But we're doing a V-up switch. If you don't have a ball, use your swim bag. We're doing 20 passes where we'll come up, pass, do my switch, and back. I'm not trying to get up to my tailbone. I'm trying to keep my lower back on the ground. And I can do that on the way up. Question is, can I do that when I come back down? This is where it really matters right there. 20 total. Let's go. Each one counts as one. So that's 3. That's 4. That's 5. 6. My focus is on the lower back when I go to extend. Not letting the lower back come off when I extend my arms and legs. That's the power position we're looking for swimming. Right there. Now, if you struggle and you're not good at these, you can just keep the ball in your hand, come up and tap, and then extend and tap. You can do like 4 and switch, but the whole time, keep that lower back pressed against the ground. And there's ways to modify this and still be better. Okay? All right, so this is our last move. We'll take a break and we'll work our way back up. This is the push-up plank. Balls against the wall for me. And you. If you don't have a ball, you're just using the wall and walking your feet down. But we're going to be standing on the ball, all right? So feet are going to be on the front of the ball. And I'm going to be going into, I can go for my elbows if I want, but I'm going to be doing basically standing on the ball, pushing against it. And then the goal is to be in a half push-up position or 3/4. We do this for as long as you can really hold it, okay? As long as you can hold it, let's go. So I can go about halfway. Hurts my wrist. I'm just going to go to my elbows. I'm just going to hold. And I'm pushing backwards with my feet, okay? I'm just sitting there holding it. If you're able to do it from a 3/4 push-up position, do it. You're holding it as long as you can, knowing that we've got a break after this. All right, it's time for me. You keep going for you. Taking a break here, about 1.5 minutes, and then we're going to do the whole thing again, but without much rest in between. All right, so you guys got 1 and 20. 1 and 20, and then we're going to start with where we just finished. So I start right back on this. I got nothing. Anybody got anything they got to throw in the next 60 seconds? Something you did over the weekend that was awesome? Still going with no, okay. We got 35 more seconds, and now we're gonna go. Starting with the same move we just finished there. If you want to start now because you find them to be easy, just go ahead and start. I'm gonna do mine for about a 30-second hold before I switch out to the next move. So if you want to start now, go ahead and start. All right, I'm gonna start setting up. Because I'm starting in about 10 seconds. All right, here we go. I'm getting ready. Let me go ahead and get my feet lined up and get going. Let's go. Round 2. Starting on my hands, and then I'm going to move to my elbows. Feet are on the ball, standing on it. You know what? I'm going to go hands this time. I'm just not going to go into the push-up position. I'm keeping it flat. If I want to make it harder, I go about this far down, but I'm just going flat. My feet are standing against the ball. If I want to make it a little harder, I'll go down to my elbows. Hands is a little easy. We'll go for about 15 more seconds because we can, or because I can. Hopefully you can too. About 5 more seconds. And time. All right, V-up switch. 20. 20 V-up switch. Same way we did before. Lower back is the focus. Let's go. V-up. That's 1. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 10. I'm halfway. 11, 12. I'm at 15, focusing on the lower back. That's my 20. And you're going at my speed, not your speed. All right, we got push up, knee crunch. I'm using these just to keep my hands off the ground. I'm going to get set up and I'm going to go. You do the exact same. Get set up. We're going to go about 45 seconds. And then we're going. All right, if you're ready, go ahead and start. Push up, knee to the head, crunch. Push up, roll, knee to head. Oh yeah, that's way better with the wrist. Push up. I gotta look backwards. I can't keep looking down and expect my knee to get towards my head at all. We're going 45 seconds. We got 15 more. And that's time. All right. We got pot stirs, minute of pot stirs. Plank circles. 30 one way, 30 another way. Here we go. Time starts now. Making circles. As big or as small as I want. That's halfway. I'm changing directions. If you need to take a break, you take a break, but don't take a break if you don't need one. Don't take breaks because you want them. You have 15 more seconds. You can do it. Come on. 10 seconds. Everyone stays on for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right, we got Y's and T's on the ball. Y's and T's on the ball. 20 each way. I'm up. My feet are narrow if I want it tough. My feet are wide if I want it large. All right, I got a Y, T, that's 1. Y, T, 2. I can make these butterfly and go with the wrist. Y, T, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7. Get the wrists way behind the head. Wrists way behind the head. Stay tall with your posture. Chin forward, chest open. Got about 8 to go each direction. 6 to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So you got rotations on the ball. Weight or no weight. I'm going no weight. We got 20 total. I'm in the table. I roll. 20 total. Let's go. I've already started. It's 2, 3, 4, 5. Hips up. 6, 7. Keep the hips up through the rotation. Don't drop and then come back up. I'm at halfway. I'm at 10. My hands are staying in prayer position. Hips high. Just constantly fighting for the height on those hips. I got 6 to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. You got dips. We got a minute. Here we go. Actually, probably gonna go about 45 seconds. And we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. And I'm going. I'm down. And I'm up. Knees are staying bent because I'm trying to stabilize. I go low. I constantly am checking to see if my chest is open or if I'm starting to round forward. I don't want to round forward. I want to stay open. Open big on that chest. Keep the weight on the hands as much as possible without falling. We got about 10 seconds. And time. All right, we got pushing the ball against the knee and the elbow. 10, 10, 10, 10. I got the ball, I got my knee, I got my elbow. I'm going hand on the ground. I'm starting in 3, 2, 1, and I'm going. I'm pushing both directions as hard as I can. I'm pushing harder and harder, and I switch, and I go, push. I push hard. I don't just hold it. I'm always trying to increase strength. Always pushing harder. Always pushing harder. Switch. You do these right. These are hard. Switching, we're going. I'm pushing hard both directions. You are pushing harder than I am. Last switch. And go. Push harder. Connect the elbow and the knee. Make them touch. And time. All right. We got one-legged butterflies. 6 directions each way. 8 sets. 8 and 8. I'm going foot on ball. If you don't have a ball, you just go foot in the air. 6 directions. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 1. That's 2. Confident posture. It's 3. Keep going. Should be 4. Look, I'm standing tall. I'm not letting myself hunch over. Don't let yourself come up and bend in the back. Should be 5. Should be 6. 2 more on this leg. Keep your shoulder blades. 1 more on this leg in your back pocket. Switch to the other leg. So if you've been using the weight, great. If you use the band, great. Here we go. Make sure you're standing on that foot on the ball. Don't let yourself be just holding your heel up there. Push down with weight on that to make it harder. All right, should be done with 3. That's 4. That's 5. 3 more. If you're getting too heavy because you chose a weight and you're losing your form, put your weight down. We've only got 1 more rep on this. And that's that. All right. You know what? We skipped this one earlier also. I hate when I skip stuff. You know what? We're just going to skip it today. I feel terrible. All right. Because I don't want to go do something that we didn't do earlier. I want to keep rolling. All right, we got the overhead reaches, table on the ball. Table on the ball. I'm using a weight. I'm coming all the way down to the ground, and then I'm coming back up. Okay. Let's do it for a minute. If I don't have a weight, I go down, and I can use my legs to touch the ground, and then I can come back up. I go down and touch the ground, and I come back up. On the way back up, if I want to put my arms all the way down to my legs, I can. We've already started. You got 45 more seconds. But if you got to wait, use the weight to get that extra little bit of motivation to get those arms down. Now, when you're doing this, don't let your head roll back and look behind you. This one, I want you to actually kind of keep your gaze up a bit. I want you to keep your gaze up. You shouldn't be scared to look back. That's not the movement. We only got 10 more seconds. You got 5, 4, 3, 2. And that's it. All right, so we got dead bugs. Dead bugs, 20 total. 20 total dead bugs with ball. Opposite knee in hand. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Focus on the lower back. This is 4. Lower back is the focus. 5, 6. I like feet flexed, not toes pointed. Because I want to really emphasize pulling back with the back of the knee, not bringing your foot down to the ground, okay? So bring your back of your knee down towards the ground, and your heel towards the ground, and your wrist towards the ground. The whole time keeping your lower back constantly in contact with that ground. We got 4 to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's time. All right. We got one-legged shoulder press. One-legged shoulder press here. We're doing 10 and 10. Okay. Don't need a weight. If you got one, go for it. If you got a band, you can just stand on one leg and raise the other one straight in front. We're going 10 and 10. I'm trying to push down with my heel that's on the ball. You see the ball keeps moving. I'm getting my head in front of my arms each time. 7, 8, keeping my belly and my ribs. 9, 10. I'm switching. Here we go. And I'm 1, 2, 3. Belly and the ribs. Pushing down with my heel. That's 10 and 10 for me. Last move. Last move of Monday. I got a plank on one hand, and then I'm rolling out on the other. The whole time I'm doing this, I'm not rotating around. I'm keeping myself flat. I'm not going side to side. 10 and 10. I'm using the platform for my other arm. I'm going over and back. Keeping my hips quiet. My hips are not moving. 3, 4, 5, elbow glute. 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, I'm switching. I'm using this weight for my hand. If you got a dumbbell, you can use that if it's safe. Here we go. 10 and 10. 1, 2. If you can't do it, you go from your knees. And you find the maximum height on that, and you can even raise one of your legs in the air. So if feet are too hard, you just go to your knees. Knees are too easy, you do one knee. I'm going 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. And I'm done. All right. Got 45 minutes there. 45 minutes of core and abs. And that's the way you should be starting your Mondays out.